Hello and welcome back to another podcast, and today we will be talking about E3 and other random stuff companies have released for the past couple weeks. Yes, I know I haven't recorded a podcast in a while, but I am now, so. The Asus Scar 3 was released this week as of writing the script. The specs of the laptop is it has a 240Hz IPS panel, meaning it has a fast refresh rate and good colors. IPS is known for having decent colors compared to VA or TN, which most other monitors use that have faster refresh rates, meaning the panel refreshes 240 times each second. It has a Intel Core i9-9088H and an RTX 2070, meaning it is capable of running the games well and even able to edit videos with the 8-core 16-thread CPU. Still gets pretty hot. It has RGB either way. So, I mean, yeah, you still have RGB. It has a good keyboard, but you can still plug a mechanical keyboard into a USB port. It even has a headphone jack. Mac, Apple, just. And for all this, it is $2,000, which is 1/3 of the base model Mac Pro, which is $6,000. The base model Mac Pro has 8 PCI 16X slots, so you could have 4 dual slot GPUs. So most GPUs have dual slot, which the cooler is 2 slots thick. And then the I/O, HDMI, and stuff like that, it would be covering those 2 slots. And the motherboard has 12 DIMM slots, so 12 slots for RAM, allowing you to have 1.5 terabytes of RAM if you fill each of those slots with 128 gig sticks of RAM. Has a 8-core 16, which is more than some PCs have normal storage. Like my PC has 1 terabyte of storage, so like, yeah. The base model Mac Pro also has a RX 580X, which isn't that good. Like, that's consumer level right now. And an 8-core 16-thread Xeon, which my Mac Pro has. The highest end Mac Pro has a 28-core 56-thread and an Radeon Pro Vega 2, which doesn't exist yet, which has a second PCIe connector that Apple is calling MPX, which is just for power delivery. The Radeon Pro Vega 2 is 2 GPUs on an extended PCB, so that little green thing you see on motherboards normally, or GPUs, RAM, that's a PCB. And this one is extended longer to have that second PCIe slot. Slot, whatever. For power delivery. To go along with your new Mac Pro, you can get a 5K monitor called the Pro Display XDR. It is 6K resolution, 1000 nit brightness, making it one of the best Pro displays. But here's the thing, it doesn't come with a stand. Just let that sink in. It doesn't come with a stand. The VESA adapter or monitor stand are both sold separately, with the VESA mount being $200 and the monitor stand being $1,000. The VESA mount is so you can mount it on the wall or have a arm for your monitor that you can just put into and then you can hook it onto your desk. Corsair released their Hydro X series of water cooling, allowing a one-step area for all your water cooling needs. It has a custom configuration on their website, which has nearly every case that supports water cooling, and along with most modern GPUs. And that's not it. G.Skill released new RAM kits with their 384 gigabytes of 4,000 megahertz RAM at 32 by 12, so 32 gigabytes and 12 sticks of 32, and a 8 by 2 at 5,000 megahertz, so like 5 gigahertz, which some CPUs you can overclock to hit, yeesh. So 16 gigabytes of RAM at 50,000 megahertz, faster than some CPUs. and an 8x2 again, but at 5,200 megahertz. That's, again, faster than most CPUs. I believe the highest clock CPU is an FX CPU at like 8.7, so we're getting up there. They announced G-Scale, which this is part of the Trident Z Neo series, which is part of the Trident Z Royal line, just without the bling. It is dedicated to AMD, no speeds or color palette yet. Speaking of AMD, they just released their release date and price of their Zen 2 CPUs and Navi series to GPUs to be July 7th. Specs and price will be on screen now. Well, that's on. Let's talk about Navi. So currently there are 3 Navi GPUs announced. The 5700, 5700 XT, and the 5700 XT 50th Anniversary Edition. The 5700 XT will be $449. The 5700 will be $379, and the 5700 XT 50th Anniversary Edition will be $499. The 5700 XT will have 8 GB of GDDR6 and a clock of 1605 MHz, and will compete with the RTX 2070. The normal 5700 will also have 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM. It will be more or less a cut-down version of the 5700 XT. The 5700 will compete with the 2060, and the 5700 XT 50th Anniversary Edition will have 8 GB of GDDR6, but will have a base clock of 1680 MHz and a boost clock of 1980 MHz. So this is how AMD's GPUs are comparing to NVIDIA's right now. The 5700 will be a 2060, the 5700 XT will be a 2070, and Radeon 7 will be a 2080. So we still don't have anything for their high-end to 2080 Ti, because $1,000 for a GPU? No. How about no? So yeah, sorry for not posting a video in a while. That is completely on me, and that'll be it. Bye!